Hey everyone, I'm Charlinda Brewster. I am a co-owner at Blackheart and also executive creative. And
And hi, I'm Deidria Harrington. I am also a co-owner at Blackheart and an executive strategist.
as you probably saw on our social posts, me and Deidre have known each other's, for some time. I don't want to disclose the year, but
We were
Deidre,
small.
we were small,
We ate
youthful.
dirt together. We'll put it
Yeah,
at that. We'll leave
yeah,
it at
yeah.
that.
So we have some questions from the fans. The
Yes.
first question is, what was the first project we collaborated on?
So I'll take this one,
Yeah,
Char, if that sounds
yeah,
good to you.
definitely does.
So I'm also one of the producing artistic leaders at the Movement Theater Company, which is a Harlem-based theater company that's all about developing and producing Herculean new work by artists of color. And back in what 2016, I think it was ish. We
I'm just gonna say yes. Yes,
but
and
we were looking to redesign our logo and to like rebrand our company to really fit like our style, who we are, all of that good stuff. I of course had no idea where to go, but I knew that I was like, well, my friend Charlinda, who mind you also has like worked on a number of productions that we've done at the movement, and I was like, Charlinda knows who we are, and she's a graphic designer. Here's her stuff. Her style and her aesthetic are beautiful and like clean, but also have like an energy and a perspective. What if we work with Charlinda? And the team was like, yes, absolutely. Let's do it. I think it was at least like a 6 month process, at least.
yeah,
And at the movement, very similar to Blackheart. At Blackheart we have co-owners. We're collaboratively run. Our co-owners, right? On equal footing together to run the business. At the movement, we have a collaborative, non-hierarchical leadership model as well. And so Charlinda was here in the middle of me and my like four other co-leaders at the time, who like we all have very strong opinions. We all love to talk. And Homegirl just sat in all of our meetings very calmly, very patiently, listening to all of us expound upon all of our opinions. And she really, really just helped move us through this process and move through so many different designs of the logo into one that we just like absolutely love. That every single time we have like our board, and we created this new board packet, and everybody's like, oh, your logo, it's so good, and the color and like the little bit of movement that's in the letters, and just Charlinda's attention to detail in terms of like how to bring our like energy and vibe into the logo was just so wonderful. And like once again, this woman has like the patience of a god.
I love when you tell this story because I look like a saint. But
Because you were. Yeah. Yeah, Charlinda, and I still keep working with Charlinda, y'all. She just
mm,
did we did a big old co-production at the movement with New George's, and Charlinda designed our whole sort of brand identity for that production that was able to capture not only the movement's energy, but also the energy of New George's, of another company,
mm,
to something that was really cohesive and felt in line with the project, and also like who we were, which was
yeah,
our big goal. And so it was exciting to see how you could translate all of that into one cohesive
yeah,
vision and brand identity.
yeah. And I think
Yeah.
theater projects always just have like a special place in my heart because where I started working was at the Guthrie Theater and I was just in the gift shop and I was an usher there and I did stage door. I had like 5 jobs there really. I basically lived there, but it also raised me. So theater just has like a huge like
Yeah.
it means everything to me. So when I get to work on projects that are anything theater related, whether it's the branding for the company itself or a show, it's just like I just start almost wanting to cry. I'm like, I'm so excited to be here. And yeah. Thanks for having me. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Out of
What else do
hotness.
the fans want to know?
I know. Um, can you share a memorable project that you've worked on together? Not to make you have to tell this story, but I feel like you at least need to start the whole, like, you kind of have to. You were the
Just have it
reason
to
for it,
start.
and you also pretty much did the speech, but I can also add my thoughts on
Yeah.
it. But
Yeah. Yeah. So a good friend of mine, Julie, she runs a company called Little Sister Creative, and then also has, which is all about event and wedding design, and then has a thing called Sweethearts, which is essentially bringing the sort of like Vegas energy of like a pop-up wedding or like pop-up wedding chapel. But she's got this super cute studio in Brooklyn, and it's just like that sort of like format of just going and like getting married and celebrating unions, whether it's marriage or friendship or like a dog or an anniversary, in this really really beautiful space, that's at a reasonable price, because you know the weddings are expensive and unions can be really expensive. And so she reached out to me because they were, you know, getting some documentary footage. They were also, you know, getting promotional footage for the company, and was like, do you and your girls, we call ourselves a lady crew, whoop whoop, shout out. And it's really this magical group of women from like all walks of life. And
yep.
We love each other and support each other. And so she said, hey, would the lady crew like to get married? And so we essentially went to the studio. We were all dressed up, like cute, not like formal wear, but like
Yep.
wearing cute outfits. And we all got married, and she made us little bouquets. And then we like talked about what it meant to be in each other's lives, and to sort of, you know, grow together and support each other, and just to celebrate, you know, femme friendship, and sisterhood. And it was really, and it was in what, oh gosh, what, 2021, 2022,
2021.
2021. So it was also like
Yeah. Pandemic-y. I flew in.
pandemic-y, and Charlinda flew in from Portland. And so it was also just a really special moment to all be gathered and
Yeah.
be together.
I cried a lot.
Oh,
Like
we all did.
I kind of assumed I'd feel something. I sound like a robot. But I was not expecting to like pretty much almost ugly cry. And I also,
Yeah.
we kind of got directed at first, like your speech was kind of a general thing, and that was very beautiful. And I was
Yeah.
like teary-eyed from that. But then the director was like, now spontaneously, Deidre, I want you to
Yeah.
go through each one of them and tell them why they like matter to you. And I was like, I don't listen, I'm not in therapy yet, and this is gonna be a lot for me. Like, I already know this makes me uncomfortable. I'm like, my palms are sweating. I'm like, ah, full on panic.
It was a lot. It
Yeah.
was an
And then
emotional day. And then we saw Carolina change that evening. It was a full day.
speaking of bawling your eyes out, yeah. That was the
That was a
first
full
time
day.
I was back in a Broadway area and like seeing something
Yeah.
on Broadway. And that show also has so much meaning to
Oh,
me.
it was so
Yeah,
special. It was so special. Okay, so I
yeah.
don't know if the fans asked this, Charlinda, but can you just talk a little bit about your origin and how you got involved with Blackheart?
Oh God. Uh,
I just realized, I think
I'm
that
like,
I maybe introduced you to them. Did I do that?
in a weird way, yes. Because you know Blair, and then Blair reached out to me, and that's when they were crooks. And then
Right.
yeah, and so I was being
Because
brought on to do a project, but Blair did not forget about me when Crux became Blackheart, and then I got hired to do a project. And then next thing I know, they're asking who would be interested in being an owner, and I was drinking my crazy juice one day, and I was like, you know what? Why not?
yeah.
It's hard to like put yourself in positions if you don't even feel like you're fully qualified for it, right? But I realize really in this moment, the only person holding me back was me if I said no.
Mm.
And I felt like there was a lot of opportunity for me to say yes and grow. And this was probably the best opportunity for me to grow into something because that's kind of what everyone at Blackheart offers is like the safeness and like openness and honesty and transparency. So I kind of wonder in some ways if it were anywhere else if I would have said yes. But then I also kind of the previous year I was like the only female. So I'm very happy to also have you on board and hopefully we can recruit more women. Yeah.
Oh, well, I have to say too, Charlinda, it's been really exciting because, of course, I like know you as my friend. Of course, I know you as a person who like I've worked with individually on like various other projects. But it's been really exciting just to see how you've grown into this co-owner role and the way that you've been, spearheading a lot of the work that we are doing on socials and like, really galvanizing the team around creating just exciting content about
Mhm.
Blackheart in this sort of in this new model, this way of us being a cooperative, of us, being predominantly with folks of color, and really the work that you've done to help us to just shed a light on that and to celebrate that has just been really, really not just been has been really exciting to just to see.
Yeah.
But this is the first time that this group of people have come together to build a thing and to build a thing in a different way,
Yeah.
really looking at what does it mean to be a for-profit organization that is also very much centering these values around equity and inclusion and fair pay and equitable pay and being the owners of the thing that we are building and putting our time and energy and blood, sweat, and tears into. So this is the first time that this group of humans has come together um, around that mission. So there's going to be growing.
The fourth question is, what do you appreciate most about working together?
Am I going first? You want to go first?
I'm like, why am I crying already? Okay. At least it's the end, right? Oh God. So overall, I think there's just this sense of like there's a lot of energy you bring in various ways, but like a calmness is the first one that I think like you rein us in and um like within Blackheart, but just like any project I've worked with you, you just have I mean, that's part of your producer, I'm sure, role. But at the same time, like even in friendship, you're kind of like the one to just be like, have you eaten? Have you rested? Um, have you decided to like go on a walk or do what you need to do to take care of yourself? Or like, well, let's like prioritize our needs. Like first let's decide this and then like from there, once we decide what we want to do, let's figure out how we're going to do that, even if we don't know. And like you kind of make big things feel smaller and not overwhelming. So you like very much center everyone in the room and kind of like if the zombies are coming, you're gonna be the one to be like, all right, guys.
I love the joy and silliness and also levity that you are able to like, and you're very calm, like sort of what some people think might be shyness way is like not actually that at all. And it's just that people are tuned in and then you like get it. And the way that you're able to break the ice, able to make people feel welcome, to show up as a leader, as an owner in whatever way um, is right for them to show up, and really modeling that and is always really exciting to see. And also because then we like get to be on a Zoom and record an interview for like work, but we really just get to hang out.
Yeah.
Work perks. Work perks. We gotta like do a project so then we can travel together.
Okay, anyone watching this, if you want to take us anywhere, we got passports. I can go to India for a few more years. I got a visa already. So India, do you want to hire us? Let's go. Let's do this.
Okay. I that if we were to work on a Black Heart project together, it would probably be around music. You know, like it might be around. I mean, okay, listen, let's just manifest some shit right now. Like taking the bangas, we love you. You know, like wouldn't that be
I
amazing?
know. Oh
You
my
know,
God.
I could project manage something, you know, and then you could like design their, I don't know, an album cover, a like event, because I'm all about how do we create ways for people to get together. Yo, and then there's so many dope AR VR people on the Blackheart team. Like, I don't know, maybe there's like an
Yeah.
AR VR tank in the bangas, like live experience that we could do
Yes.
together.
But also, I was thinking about like food because of New Orleans, and I was like,
Oh yeah.
send us anywhere that involves food as well. I'm a great sampler.
Also, another amazing, if you ever need a travel tip, Charlinda is the gal to ask and is able to find amazing walking tours in every single city that we've ever traveled to. And so there could also be something that would be exciting about that, of like what
Yeah,
is a like,
that would be
I
cool
don't know.
even for like with walking tours because we could do like QR codes or like a scanning thing,
Yeah,
an interactive piece
yeah.
on like a walking tour. Um, man. But I always just think about New Orleans because that city is so fascinating. Like the history,
Mhm.
I can't get enough of it. But yeah.
Well, Charlinda, this was such a great idea of doing a little collab interview. It's
Mm.
always amazing to just, you know, reflect and reminisce on how we know each other, the ways in which our artistry has come together and we're able to work with each other and support and uplift each other. And, you know, talking about the many ways that sisterhood and support like shows up and looks like.
Mhm.
And I'm also super excited for all the things that Blackheart has coming up, as well as more content like this about the other really dope
Yeah.
co-owners that we work with. So Charlinda, tell the people how to learn more.
Well, we would love for you to like and subscribe to all our social platforms. And so we have Instagram, which is black.heart.coop. And then on YouTube, we are at Blackheart Co-op. And then our website is blackheart.coop. And we're also on LinkedIn. So find us there, which if you just Google or search Blackheart, I'm sure we'll pop up, hopefully. Um,
You do. I just checked.
oh, great. We did our job. So yeah, please like and subscribe, and we will be doing more of these interviews. And please let us know in the comments what your thoughts are. And next up, we will be showcasing some other co-owners that have known each other for a while, which is Carlos and Taji. And then from there, we will also just be introducing other co-owners and talking about their history and, you know, having fun questions for them as well. So please let us know what you think of this. If also you want more content from me and Deidre.
Oh yeah.
I don't know if you do, but if you do,
I see a television show coming.
yeah,
Maybe we
I'm like,
make the TV.
ooh, they already did it. It's called Sister Sister. Um, yeah.
Sweet. Awesome.
Right. It's been an honor and a pleasure.
An honor and a pleasure. All right. I'll talk to you soon. I'm probably gonna FaceTime you, Charlinda.
Sounds great.
Love you, bitch.
Love you too.